This year, Christmas Eve falls on a Sunday, which means I am going to use this message to share one of my all-time favorite Christmas stories. Just a warning though, this message contains Santa Claus secrets, so it might be an opportunity to go to a more private place or at least put on some headphones if there's anybody around you who shouldn't hear these secrets. I was probably 12 or 13 when I realized that there wasn't actually a fat guy in a red suit going from chimney to chimney and dropping off gifts. I had suspended my disbelief for as long as I possibly could. And I remember talking to my dad, and he said, look, two things. One, you've got two younger brothers. Don't you dare ruin this magic for them. And secondly, can we talk about that magic? Santa Claus is not about some fat guy in a suit going from chimney to chimney. Santa Claus is about the Christmas magic that is just inexplicable. It's about the spirit of giving. It's about everything that's good about people around this time of year. And I've never forgotten that. Fast forward, I don't know, a lot of years. Go to 2006. I believe it's 2006. I remember where I lived at the time, so it had to be either 2005 or 2006. My stepson Michael was about to turn 10, I think 10. And for the past couple of years, he had been skeptical. Of course, you get to a certain age, your friends start talking at school, you start to think about, just reality, and you start to wonder. And my wife Laura and I had done a really great job. And you know what? All credit to his dad, Jesse, as well, for playing along and participating in that. And the Christmas lists started going out a little later each year. They found the mailbox instead of giving them to us to put in the mailbox. And we'd always found a way to come through. And every year, his disbelief was disproven. Well, it wasn't too long after the Polar Express movie had come out, and there was this whole thing about bells from Santa's sleigh, and that's how we really know who Santa is or what Santa, how to prove his reality, right? And so, a couple of weeks before Christmas, Mike said, "I don't want anything from Santa. I just want a bell from his sleigh." So we started looking. We had no idea where to go with this. We went to the stores. Where do you go to find these things? But even then, if you go to the store, they're going to be new. Santa's authentic bell would not be shiny and sparkly and polished. It would be weathered. It would be worn. Santa's been around for thousands of years at this point. So what do we do with this? And I looked on eBay. There were things, I did everything I could. And finally, Laura and I just looked at each other and said, you know what? I think the jig is up. I think we're just going to have to, the fun's over. So we're at my family's Christmas party, which is typically a week or so before Christmas. And we were talking, and my aunts and uncles were asking us what we were going to do for Mike for Christmas, and was he still excited? And hey, what about this Santa Claus thing? And Laura and I were talking, and we just kind of, under our breath, said, yeah, I think, this is probably it for Santa Claus. We're going to have to put this part, we're going to have to end this party. And out of nowhere, my stepmom was just walking by, and she happened to overhear this, and she said, well, what is he asking for? And we said, yeah, we're looking for a bell from Santa's sleigh. And we just, she says, oh, I have those. I had no idea why on earth my stepmom would have jingle bells, right? But it appeared to us. It was right here. And so she walked over, and there's somewhere in the basement. Apparently, she had been taking care of a friend of hers' horses or something, and there was a strap of lightly used, very authentic sleigh bells that she just had access to. And we offered to buy them, and she said, no, have these. So basically, we came home with an authentic looking strap of jingle bells. And Mike didn't know this because he was with his dad that day. So we had them hidden and we kept them silent somehow. And Christmas morning, when he came home from his dad's house, being there overnight, he found on his bed this strap of bells with this big gold tag on it that just said, "Believe." And the look on his face was absolutely pure and absolutely delightful. And it was at that point I decided that I absolutely still believe in Santa Claus. Maybe there isn't a fat man in a red suit that goes from chimney to chimney, but it doesn't matter. Everything my dad said to me 20 years before was still true. That there is magic around this time of year. If you're willing to believe, you will see things that other people won't see. You will do things that other people won't be able to do. And I think it's this time of year that it's important to remember exactly that. See the good in things. See the good in people. Believe just a little bit in magic. What's really fun now is Mike's going to be 27 on Tuesday. And he usually spends Christmas Eve with us. He lives on his own now, but he comes downstate to spend a few days with us. And what typically happens is Mike will go for a walk after dark, 9, 10 o'clock on Christmas Eve, right around the time when the kids in the neighborhood will be going to bed. And he'll just carry these jingle bells with him. And as he walks, they make a little bit of noise. And if you're a kid trying to go to sleep, squinting really hard, hoping that all the magic that you believe in is actually going to come true, you might just hear these. The cool thing about magic is that even if you don't live in this neighborhood, you might just hear them too. I don't know if you believe in Santa Claus or not. I don't care if you believe in Santa Claus or not, but I sure hope he's going to be good to you this year, and I sure hope that next year is full of magic for you as well.